Okay, I misspoke. Last round. Welcome back. Welcome back. It is Pyro versus Jundiyy. I read the brackets upside down or whatever. So yeah. Good luck. Have fun. Oh, Pyro's actively choosing pink. Interesting. Yeah, I read the bracket on the wrong side. So yeah, this is Pyro versus Jundiyy. Hoping to see different factions. If we see a bunch of the same factions again, not the biggest, whatever ever. But the bigger thing is, yeah, I don't know. Now I'm just rambling. Sorry, this tournament's been going on for a little bit. Air Force versus infantry. Wow, that's that's gonna get sticky. Infantry as fuck. Okay, so hopefully that tells Pyro immediately zero Air Force ever, but Stealth Comanche can still come in handy for base defense and harassment stuff and whatever. Early on, if he gets two King Raptors, he could seriously do some damage against Jundiy's economic stature. But I'm seeing this, and I'm sure I'm not going to see a combat Chinook. Okay, Jundiy's already going out. Gonna snatch up some territory. Yeah, if I don't see Humvee come out of this thing, I'm gonna be very bewildered. Why I said Combat Chinook is a requisite, or you need the War Factory for Combat Chinook. Combat Chinook is like the regular Chinook if you're not familiar. It can hold infantry, vehicles, or whatever inside of it, and it also has fire ports. Okay, we're gonna see the first stab. Pyro versus Jundiyy here. Jundiy's really getting his economic game going on. That gives him 3 of the tiles. Pyro's just barely at the 1 still. Ooh, that was close. And it's bombed. Hey, that was impressive. Good move on Pyro just to get some extra damage in there. Now, are we going to see some economic harassment? What are we going to see here? Also got to keep in mind, there's a bunch of loose infantry around. So Pyro's really got his... He's got to get his economy going on. Or this is going to be an even bigger problem. That minigunner's just going to ruin those missile infantry. Yep, okay. Nice attempt on Pyro. Did some solid damage, but the problem is Jundiy's been expanding like crazy. Having a war factory this far into enemy territory is going to be invaluable. We'll tell to the other. Yep, Pyro knows he's kind of in a world of problems right now. Yep, Jundiyy now has 4 of the supply docks. That's an impressive amount of gear.
I will tell you everything I hear.
Pyro doing some good work with the flashbangs. Jundiyy has a good amount of troops spread out. I'm sure he can actually observe 70% of the map. There's a good amount of territory he can just see visually. Then, of course, the infantry general, these listening outposts are pretty solid. They come with 3 missile infantry instead of the 2. The thing is, as you can see, with all these spent shells, is the Air Force general has its own countermeasures. So he'll deal damage, but certainly not in any quick manner. Okay, Pyro's gonna have to definitely get his micro on. Yeah, now with 3 of these going on, or with two Chinooks, now it's just mostly ineffective. Oop. Yep, unfortunately for Pyro, Jundiyy was just a little quicker this one.
Got my missile launcher right here.
Still good work out of Pyro. Yeah, having all this loose infantry all over the place is going to make it very hard to defend against. Okay. Infantry and Air Force reversal.
You have been defeated.
I can't even hit escape. That's okay. Pretty brilliant footwork by Jundiyy, for sure. For absolute certain. It was a good front rush by Pyro as well. I thought that was pretty well orchestrated and organized. At that point, it does just turn into a battle of micro, but, you know, still to point, having the speed to get there and to get everything set up, still pretty impressive. Alright, so there's that. Yeah, Jundiyy was able to expand very much with Pyro being wrapped up. So that's why the economic, you can see there, several times the amount. Okay, and observer, infantry air force, yep, looks good. Okay, reversal match, here we go. Pyro is playing the part of the general, or the Chinese infantry general, and Jundiyy is going United States Air Force. I'd be interested to see how this works, considering the United States Air Force, that's how they get their supplies. United States has the airborne Chinooks, that's kind of the thing. Having any amount of Gatling, which is China's claim to fame, any Gatling around is going to make that very tough to collect supplies. So, hopefully we're going to see some of that. Barracks right away. Sell the command center. Yep. Supply right there. Supply right there. Yep. Okay, saw barracks. I'm not really too sure what's going on with Pyro over there. War Factory, I'm sure War Factory barracks. There we go. Barracks for Pyro. Building your production facilities farther away from your base makes good, clean sense, considering it's less travel time for the actual troops. They're able to get to the battlefield faster. Makes good sense. So we already see a Humvee out of Jundiyy. Looks like he's just sending it. Not waiting for infantry, just sending it flat out. I don't see the tow missile upgrade, which is fine. Okay, troop crawler out of Pyro. $2,400, but it's worth 4 of the minigunner infantry. Or 8 minigunner. Okay, so he went battle drone, which is going to give, the Hellfire drone, actually, I believe it's called. It's going to give quite a bit of a boost of damage. Pyro did not expand out. So the problem with this is he's only got the 1 supply, and I don't see him capping the oil. Okay, Pyro's economy's back up. Looks like he's got the capture ability as well. Jundiyy is still 2 supply docks maxed out, which is good to see. Now, what we're seeing out of Jundiyy is good practice. You see here some missile launcher infantry and some of the rangers. So anti-infantry and anti-vehicle is what we're seeing here. So it's a good mix. Supporting that's what's called a good rock paper scissors. Like really, that's how strategy games work. Some units are good against other units, which are good against other units, which are good against other units, and whatever. By and large, there's not one good against everything weapon without being very expensive or unwieldy or whatever. So the thing that makes strategy games really worthwhile is you've got to really think about that rock paper scissors. What's the best thing to build for this situation? And then of course adapting to that situation. Okay, they've got flashbangs already too. That's going to make it very difficult for Pyro to get a foothold. Okay, good move on Pyro. This is a great way to neuter United States economy. Is moving in with infantry like that and doing the damage, considering you can get much better range when you attack the air for whatever reason, rather than just attacking ground units. So Jundiyy's coming in to take care of that, and of course Rangers with flashbangs. Yeah, the troop crawler is a nice idea. Yeah, it's a nice idea, but the very second you lose that shell, you kind of lose the whole thing, yeah. So tough matchup here. Yep, again Jundiyy was just a bit faster, moved quicker, kind of did the deed. It's that economic expansion, and it's everything that you really got to decide early on what the battle plan is and how you're going to follow through with it. That's what can really make or break the whole system. So, that being said, that wraps this up, and the final match is Revenge versus Jundiyy, I believe. If I didn't do it right. if I read the brackets upside down again, which I don't think so. But anyway, stay tuned, and we're gonna get to that one. Yeah, stats. Yeah, you can see right here, proof in the pudding, so to speak. Still, you can tell that this was a quick match, aggressive as well. But yeah, anyway, enough with the rambling. Next match coming up.